services points. Residents can order online goods and receive them in the village. The program mostly make buying easier at first because they can order online goods and receive them in village. They have local services point. This is the treatment. Okay. So the program mostly makes buying easier at first. The outcome, the awesome measures. First, whether households use the tunnel. Whether they can access the rural Taobao terminal, but whether or not they use. And then price or cost of living. Because here we said there is a buying channels, because the people could make buying easier. They can buy something from online platform, and then is products, variety and consumption, and finally household income and local production. All the three aspects are the buying channel, and the last one is selling channel. So this paper does not simply ask, is e-commerce good or not? It asks which channel changed first, and the change quantity. They selected 60 villages to receive the early commerce class, and 40 control villages did not. Okay. They first selected 8 counties from Anhui, Henan, Guizhou province, 3 provinces. The 8 counties 2 eligible villages, and they selected 100. Within the 100 villages, randomly assignment the early access to rural Taobao terminal. So the 30 treatment and 40 controls. And some village, they could access the rural Taobao terminal, but they didn't use. Here they didn't use. So 63% compliant. Not all the received they use it. Okay, that first. And there is 5 control villages. This is a spillover. What it was collected. They use the household surveys, in-store prices surveys, and administrative data from Alibaba on the actual platform purchases within the villages. So the data is very strong, the data. They also have some imperfect compliance. Not all the treatment villages received the panel. Okay? Authors estimates both ITT and the TOT. So TOT effects are larger. ITT intended to treat. Compare all the villages assigned to treatment with all villages assigned to control. The assignment is but the question is what is the effects of the offering the program? And why useful? Close to the policy as when governments roll out the program imperfectly. This is ITT. TOT, treatment and treating, estimated effects for villages that actually received and use the terminal. So this is the actual access. This is actual access. This is the people who assigned to the treatment. White ledger, it removes illusion caused by non-compliance. So here we have a warning. Do not compare an ITT effects in one paper with a TOT or participant only estimates in other paper. They are different objects. So we may see some numbers, some coefficients, but we should identify the estimates, the method, okay, which is ITT, which is TOT. This is funny. E-commerce is the consumer technology first. Retail cost of living fell by approximately 0.8% on average. On average across all village households, the cost decreased. Among households that actually use the terminal, the cost fell by approximately 5.5%. It's very higher than the ITT. So this is the TOT, this is the ITT. This paper also observed the durable goods. The durable goods showed the strongest gains. Electronics, appliance, products where urban-rural price gaps have been the largest. So if they access the rural Taobao terminal, they could buy more durable goods because the living costs decrease because the durable goods price is decreased. The study finds little evidence of significant average income gains from rural producer workers. So the consumer channel first, and the producer channel is the defect is weak. It's weak. Average village level terminal uptake was only 9% of households. Most people did not use it. The terminal was primarily a purchasing tool. Rural residents could buy online, but few used it to sell. We talked about last week, because if a farmer wants to sell the products online, they should have some skills, management, or some investment. So the buying is very simple. They spend the money and then get the goods. This does not mean e-commerce cannot raise producer income. It means it is not do so broadly in the short run because the time is not very long. In this, it's an early stage of rollout. They said short-run producer gains were limited. In this early access experiment, What the paper strongly supports, consumer gains are clear and measurable, and take-up was modest. The earliest gains worked mainly through lower cost of living. Because the goods price is lower, it's decreased. Average producer income effects was small in the short run. What's the paper? What the paper does not prove? It does not rule out long-run producer gains. Because they didn't have a long-run data set. It does not study mature Taobao village because it is very early access to Taobao, rural Taobao terminal. It does not prove that training or coaching investment are useless because they didn't have this data. Okay, it does not evaluate live stream platform after 2020. Okay, it's very popular currently, live streaming. So we can conclude a precise conclusion is more useful than a dramatic conclusion. We also want to know why consumer gains come first. We know the consumer gains most because the goods price decrease. But why the consumer gains come first? Lower prices. Urban online stores compete with rural local shops. Rural residents can now access national market prices. And they could access more product variety. Rural shops stock limited products. Online platforms carry millions of items, so they have more choices. And more choices improve welfare, even without price changes. And less travel costs. They could go out or go to the city mall to buy something. They could buy it using the smartphone, or computer, or iPad, or any other brand iPad. They just click it and pay it, and wait some days, maybe 2 or 3 days, they could get goods, what they want to buy. So before the e-commerce, they must go out, maybe travel more than 30 kilometers to buy a household appliance. The home delivery eliminates this cost entirely. Okay? Why producer gains are harder to obtain? This is a short-time horizon, and because this program can only run only 1 to 2 years, it is less than 2 years, building a consumer base, quality reputations, and the supply chain takes longer. And low take-up, only 9% of households actually use this terminal. Not all the treaty use the terminal. The majority did not transition to selling. Early stage rollout. The program was an experiment in villages without pre-existing e-commerce culture. But mature Taobao villages studied in later papers show much later income gains. Younger, wealthier, and more remote household gain most from the program. This is the heterogeneity analysis. Why we conduct the heterogeneity analysis? Because we want to know who benefits most. After the heterogeneity analysis, we found that the younger households and wealthier households and more remote households benefited. The younger households more comparable, comfortable with digital devices and online shopping. And the wealthier households higher purchasing power means more consumption gets from the lower prices. And the previously faced the largest price disadvantage and travel cost. E-commerce compressed the gap most for the remote households. So here we could have some policy implication. Give every village internet access. Every village internet access. Do not create equal benefits. Targeted support for older, poor and less educated households is needed to spread against broadly. Okay, this study also has some limitations. First is a short run research. Only 1 to 2 year horizon misses longer term adjustment. At the modest scale, it just have 100 villages in 3 provinces. And there is imperfect compliance. Only 38% of terminals were never delivered. And the early stage. Results reflect 2014 rural China, not the more developed 2024 ecosystem. This is the honest conclusion. This paper tells us about the early, this is the early consumer